The former second-round pick, this is Joe Mixon. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. If you start assessing what went wrong last week, Charles, in their loss, had nothing to do with the ground game. They ran it well.
And you also have to say to yourself as a team, don't go away from what worked. That's not the reason the game was lost. Running the football over time, when you do it consistently, usually translates into wins.
And they're hoping to do it consistently here. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. Eluding the pressure right. And that went a little too high as it's knocked away and incomplete.
So many times we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
Now it's Burrow. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Paulson Adebo. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line. So far this season, this defense has had their issues against the pass, so that's a great sign for them to get the early pick.
Yeah, confidence builder for them and an absolute shock for the quarterback because he went into it. He saw the numbers we saw. He watched them on tape. I think he came into this one thinking this is going to be a big day, and it very well could be. But early in this one, advantage defense.
After the turnover, here's Herbert. Flushed out right. That's complete to Williams out of the backfield. And able to get him down. He does reach the 5. Oh, none of that. First and goal, a chance to convert that early turnover into points. Here's Herbert. And this will be caught in the end zone for a Chargers touchdown. Antonio Gibson, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Chargers on just 2 plays have taken the lead. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. The Bengals drive about to get going. And they have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And, Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
They certainly are, but let's face it, partner. They can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They've got to take care of business first.
Only needing 2 yards on second down. Burrow going to give this to Mixon, and he'll be brought down right around the 37.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. From the gun, a give to Mixon. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
From the 38, Burrow. Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. Uchenna-Nwosu, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. So that'll leave Burrow and the Bengals with a 3rd and long after that sack we just saw. He'll look to throw. He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off at the 39. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27. And not the first quarter that he was hoping for. Now 2 interceptions thrown.
Well, the good ones, they find a way to compartmentalize, right? Put these behind them, have that short memory, but understand why they threw the 2 interceptions. They go on and usually play a pretty decent game. Other quarterbacks, they have a hard time getting past it and often put the ball up for grabs the rest of the ball game.
Here's 2nd and 5 now from the 22. Herbert. Kick hitter here, it's complete. And they'll get this down to the 10. So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. And his throw here's incomplete.
One thing that you're going to see from this offense is that they love the matchup with their wide receivers against this secondary. That one wasn't successful, but don't expect them to back away from attacking all game long.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Justin Herbert looking to pass. He's got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Chargers. Terry McLaurin, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Chargers are off to a 13-0 first quarter lead. And now, of course, all scoring plays are reviewed, and I think they're going to take an extra long look at this one. So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Extra point by Sly is up and good, and it's now 14-0. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Bengals drive about to get going. To this point, the results have not been good. 2 possessions, 2 turnovers.
And that's obviously something that can't continue, but to go a little bit deeper on that one, I would think about some play calls now, not even necessarily to my best player, but to someone I can trust with the ball. Try and get things settled down a little bit.
And he'll slide to a halt here, still a little shy of the first down marker. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down. From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. And Burrow going to be hit and taken down. They got him. So that'll leave Burrow and the Bengals with a 3rd and long after that sack we just saw. They'll set up a throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. On 4th down, here's Jamie Gillen on to punt. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. 43 yards on the punt, return of 4. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. The Charger drive about to get going. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be second down. Play action this time for Justin Herbert. He'll check that down to Gibson out of the backfield. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. So they'll wind up losing 5 yards on the play. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. Herbert now. Slings this deep from McLaurin. And incomplete on the deep ball.
That might be the 3rd down stop that they needed because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. Fair catch signaled for and taken just shy of the 30-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. The Bengals drive about to get going. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on 1st down. Out of the gun, it's Burrow. He gets this in the hands of Mixon. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Now Burrow on 1st down. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. Here we go. They will throw on 1st down with Burrow. He will find his man Chase complete. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. Mixon with a 1st down carry. They'll get this down inside the 10 for a pickup of about 3.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Coming up on 2nd and 7. Out of the shotgun, they run with Mixon. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be third down. This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team? If so, you might want to go ahead and run it anyway because that's your strength.
Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Landon Collins. And the Chargers are going to have it here at their own 9-yard line. Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points. No matter what, at worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
A nice-looking play to start the drive down the middle and complete. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A big gain that time for the Chargers. Just like that, out of danger and up past the 40 now for 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Herbert. Going to throw right side here, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. On 1st down, Justin Herbert. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And it is incomplete. Good positioning there downfield to break that one up.
Well, I think that was good strategy there, trying to go right back to him after the last completion. But this time, the defense was all over him, and they got there to break that one up.
Here's 2nd and 10. Herbert throwing again. Flush to his right. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Back to throw here, Herbert. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down. They'll go. It's Gibson. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Escaping the pressure right. And he's going to hook up with his big tight end. Complete. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. Herbert setting up to throw on 1st down. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
The way he's been slinging in the first half, you expect everything he throws to go for a touchdown, but I guess he's going to have to wait to try and pick up that 3rd, isn't he?
Yeah, I thought he had him for a second, but you're right, not to be. To throw on 2nd and 10. Herbert. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Mike Hilton. And the Bengals are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, oh, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Paulson Adebo. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line.
Well, we heard all week that they were going to put the football in the air a lot. The problem is that is now 4 interceptions, Charles, that he has thrown in this first half. How do you treat a situation? What do you say to your quarterback right now?
Boy, that's an interesting question because a lot of it depends on the head coach and the people making the decisions. You have to know your quarterback and know if he's mentally tough enough to have a chance to turn it around. Or is he a guy that maybe you've seen enough and it's time to go to the backup? But right now what you're rooting for is your defense to help keep you in the game, to give him an opportunity to get back on track.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Now it's Herbert. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. Trey Hendrickson in there to take him down on what will take us to the 2-minute warning. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy. They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
A field goal gets them closer, but they say no thanks. We want the lead.
On 4th down, Herbert.
Well, into a sea of defenders and intercepted.
Picked up by Jesse Bates. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw.
He's going to have the hook up here to Chase.
And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying.
And he's taken to the ground, but he was pulled down by the face mask. Here come the flags. And I believe this is going to be a first down.
So a potential big play by this defense wiped out by the face mask.
And disappointing because it was so unnecessary. They had the sack. But the officials are definitely keeping a close eye on the quarterback, especially the referee. They were able to spot that one immediately.
And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
I hate to say it, Charles, but the way that he has played in this first half, you just kind of hold your breath every time he drops back to pass.
Yeah, you might be holding your breath, but those guys on the defensive side of the ball, they've got big smiles on their faces. He's handing out picks like the people.
Touchdown! A great effort there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Bengals able to get this back within a touchdown.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
Taken at the 15, a short kick. And they'll be set up pretty nicely here as they have it up to the 35-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And 2 interceptions thrown here in this first half. You hear it no matter the sport. They say the great athletes, they can kind of have a short-term memory, but that's easier said than done.
It is easier said than done, but I played with a guy who threw 2 interceptions in the first quarter of a really big game we were playing.
Johnny Unitas?
And no, not quite of that level and not of that age. But I remember
I was going for the age.
I remember looking over at him, and he was smiling. And I thought, what is he smiling about? It's because he had enough confidence in himself that that was a fluke. And he went out and played pretty well the rest of the day.
On 2nd and 10, Herbert. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. And a nickel look here for the Bengals as they try to defend this on 3rd. Here's Herbert. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. On 1st and 10, Herbert. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. Touchdown, L.A. Terry McLaurin with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Chargers are going to add on to their lead.
Extra point by Sly is up and good.
And it's now 21-7.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Bengals drive about to get going.
And we'll see how they want to play this. Just a little over 20 seconds to go.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The Bengals going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Burrow will throw. And now here is another interception.
Picked off by Paulson Adebo.
And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a Charger TD.
Partner, what we just saw, that's a great example of a team that was really amped up. They've been playing so well, yet they didn't get overexcited and have a bust on defense and gave up a big play. Instead, they created their own big play with a pick 6. This one may be over.
Yeah, it's just the first half, but that lead has swelled to the point where you're wondering if it is over already.
Maybe time for one play on offense. 7 seconds to go in the half as the kick is away.
And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Bengals drive about to get going.
And with 7 seconds remaining, not much time to really do anything.
After the pick 6, they go right back to the air. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds.
When you're struggling on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
Final play of the half for Burrow and company. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. So the Chargers will start the second half with the lead and the football as we're underway in the third quarter. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Charger drive about to get going. And it's hard to imagine that the first half could have gone any better for them. So what's the approach here in the second half?
Just continue to play smart football because they get the other team down and they feel good about the position they're in. The obvious thing people would say is just keep attacking, but I think you also have to be smart about it. Avoid turnovers. That's about the only thing that can derail you at this point. Attack, but make sure you take care of the ball.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Back to throw. Herbert. Eluding the pressure right. On Herbert, his 3rd interception. Teron Johnson able to pick it. And the Bengals are going to take over at their own 41. Pretty much everything went their way offensively in the first half, but now an interception on the opening drive of the 3rd quarter.
As we know, the key to everything here, don't get careless with the football. The problem is you've got to stay aggressive as well. So where's the line between being aggressive and attacking and being overly aggressive? I think they just crossed it on that one.
1st down. Here's Burrow. Wide open receiver complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football, and right now I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
On one, right? 11 Thomas.
Boy, and now they can't even get a playoff. Yeah, that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves them back 5. The delay of game backs them up 5, 1st and 15. Burrow looking to pass. Got an open man. That's David Njoku, the tight end. Call it a gain of 12, but of course not a 1st down due to the previous penalty. Now, that tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers at one point. They continue to give you speed, great hands, and big bodies, which make them excellent targets for quarterbacks.
And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line.
He hadn't had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They're passing here, Joe Burrow. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10.
Here we go. 180.
Now it's Burrow. This goes out wide for Mixon. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. Here's Burrow. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off at the 22. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going.
And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because their confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline? He's starting to fall into the category of not fair, because when he's on target throwing the ball, he's dangerous. But when you add in his ability to make plays with his feet, almost impossible.
Yeah, exactly. They've had trouble stopping him in the secondary. This time they've got the great coverage. Oh, he can run too. Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging into our second half blowout material. Slings this deep from McLaurin, and he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Terry McLaurin, 47 yards. And the interception by the Chargers D leads to a touchdown. Extra point by Sly is up and good, and that'll increase their lead to 28. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here. At the 25. The Bengals drive about to get going. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
On 2nd and 7, Burrow. And now here is another interception. Derwin James with a pick, and they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line. Herbert on 1st down now. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
That was nice work there defensively to force incompletion. Now, even though this drive started in plus territory, they're still not in field goal range yet. So they can work towards another couple of stops and not allowing that turnover to hurt.
To throw again on 2nd down. Herbert. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
Flushed out right. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. So he was past the line of scrimmage when he threw it.
And as they say, that's a no-no. Got to be able to understand where you are on the field and not cross the line before throwing the ball downfield.
So on trots the field goal unit, and wow, this is going to be a challenge here. This was the old NFL record distance for decades, a 63-yard attempt. And this is good. He got just enough to clear the crossbar as he drops it in from long distance. And that will just add 3 more to a lead that's already out of hand. After the made field goal, here's Sly to kick this one away. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
The Bengals drive about to get going.
And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think
And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. Now here's a throw that's complete.
And that was yardage that they needed there after the sack on first down. They didn't get all of it back, but now they look at third down as a manageable situation, one that they have a much better chance of picking up.
And he will not get there as they stop him short right around the 34-yard line.
What an advantage having an elite guy in the middle of the defensive line, because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, they can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
So a moment to catch our collective breath after the fourth down conversion. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Here we go. Here we go. Hey, we got to
Throwing now, Burrow on first down. Got a man open, it's Chase. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now Burrow. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Asante Samuel Jr. The utter domination here just continues. This defense, I don't know what more we can say all around about their performance.
Well, it certainly feels in this game like maybe they're facing a Canadian defense. 12 guys on the field. It feels like there's an extra on every snap because they have really struggled to make headway through the air.
Suddenly it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, LA. A great play there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Chargers look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And the lead will swell by one more. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Bengals drive about to get going. And just looking ahead, it would appear that that bye week is coming at the right time. They'll have 2 weeks to chew on this one. They'll probably... And Burrow going to be hit and taken down. They got him. Cameron Hayward picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. He's got Njoku, his big tight end. They'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he was unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
On 3rd down, Burrow. And now here is another interception. Picked off at the 49. And a terrific return as he brings this one all the way back to the 30. CD, this defense, man, at this rate, they're just having fun out there right now.
And normally with this type of a lead, if you're a starter on defense, you're saying, hey, let the other guys play. But with this going on, no one wants to come out of the game. They all want their shot at picking off a pass.
On 1st down, it's Herbert. And his throw is incomplete.
They're certainly not letting up on the pressure in this one, and oftentimes you hear this expression, all gas, no break from defenses. But in this case, it's the offense still throwing the football up big in the 4th quarter.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Herbert. And this this one's incomplete.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
Going to throw on 3rd down with Herbert. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. 4th quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
Here we go on 4th. Herbert. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. They'll look to throw again. And a quick throw here, that's complete. Throwing again on 2nd down. Herbert. And he's got it. Touchdown, Chargers. A great effort there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Chargers capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And that will extend this big lead. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Bengals drive about to get going. Now, they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. So the big play moves them all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. Now it's Burrow. And he finds a man on the crossing route. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there, it's going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10.
Well, this game is certainly pretty well over. They can go ahead and mark it in the win column. But as a defense, they don't want to get so soft now that everybody just throws the ball all over the place against them, gets big yardage, and puts points on the board. They have pride, too, on that side of the ball.
Hey, Can.
Again, it's Burrow. Flush to his right. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Joey Bosa able to record his 5th sack of the season. Now this one from about 2 counties over. After the sack, they come up on a 2nd and very long. Another try after the 1st down sack. Burrow, quick hitter here, it's complete. A nice pickup there, 19 yards. And they're set up better for 3rd. And that last reception puts him over 150 yards now on the game, Charles.
And now it's not just execution. It's not just performance. It's a mental aspect that's going on. Because right now, he's got the defense so much on their heels. Got them looking at each other. Who's going to cover this guy? And what type of coverage can we put out there to try and slow him down?
So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They face a 3rd down now as they try to find a late score. And he'll take this one inside the 10 down to the 8. Give him 3 yards there as that'll take us to 4th down. 4th and goal, and down by a touchdown. The offense stays on the field. Here we go. It's Burrow on 4th down. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And unable to break away. They stop him a few yards shy. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Charger defense stands tall, and they get the football back. The Charger drive about to get going. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. And he goes down. It's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll get it with just under 90 seconds remaining. So after the sack, they'll come up on a still manageable 2nd and 13. With the late lead, Herbert's going to throw it. Slings this deep from McLaurin. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
After what they faced during this game where they've given up a ton of yards downfield, there has to be a measure of revenge right there for the secondary. They've been shredded throughout the game and finally forced an incompletion.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
Finally a good play there defensively on the deep ball. The secondary has had its struggles this entire game. Offensively, they've had their way with them.
And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. They snap it to Herbert. Escaping the pressure right. Slings this deep from McLaurin. And that is incomplete. The 4th down play doesn't work for the Chargers. And boy, that means this next drive is going to start at the 3-yard line. And now it appears that the referee's been buzzed, and we'll get a review. And this being inside 2 minutes of play, everything coming from up above. So the folks in New York just going to wind. And somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown, but they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good, as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. And checking the timeouts, they do have 2 defensively, but no real need to use them as they're not going to be able to stop the clock after that. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it, and it's 2nd down. The incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise they're throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead, but I've seen this a bunch of times as well. The defense is going to crowd the line of scrimmage. If you just hand it off inside, you're getting your running back popped a lot as well. Sometimes the defense dictates it. If they're going to crowd it, you may have no other choice but to throw it downfield.
Third and 2, Herbert. Eluding the pressure right. And that will be incomplete.
As defensive coordinators around the league tell me all the time, that throw is not for every quarterback because you've really got to drive the ball downfield. It's going to be a tight window for him to fit that one into. In this case, unsuccessfully.
The offense staying out. They're going to go on 4th and 2. Herbert off of play action. Being chased out left. Slings this deep from McLaurin. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. The 4th down play doesn't work for the Chargers. And the Bengals are going to get it back in terrific field position.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Here we go. Here's
From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. And what are the whistles for? Timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds.
Here we go. Here we go. Hot. 180. Nice hot.
They'll look to throw here. The quick slant caught. Oh, wait, hold everything. A timeout has been called. Seemingly silly with 1 second remaining in this game.
Let's get set. 11 mighty. 11 mighty. Hot. 180. 180 hot.
Here's a run with Mixon. And a little bit of a consolation prize there. He's into the end zone. Won't win them the game, but they do get the score with all zeros showing.
But some fantasy players are really happy with that score.
Just power football there. Down near the goal line. Give it to him. He's able to push his way across.
Yeah, they went heavy there. Sometimes you have those big offensive linemen come in, have to report like they're eligible. But all they're doing is getting a good stance, blocking, and getting their runner across the goal line.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that will get them one closer. Well, on the one side, if you try to take away something positive from this game, they played to the final whistle, getting the touchdown there on the last play, but still, all for naught, really.
Yeah, I'd say give them points for positivity. I like that. That part is good. But I often wonder, when the game is settled and the clock is run out, do we really need to kick the extra point?
Oh, yeah. It's silly. It's silly.
It doesn't make any sense to me. I know that people have explained before, well, you got to play it all the way through. Come on, this thing was done.
So for the Chargers, they move back over 500 at 3-2 now on the year. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.